Hello! Today we are going to journey into another dimension where time does not exist. Or does it? Ooh. Oh, hello everybody. We are taping today on location and not yet our normal desk because why, David?
Because we're gonna tell you a few rules of the game.
The game, yeah. So we've had a couple. David and I have made a couple of games up, and so we wanted to show you today's game, or kind of how some of the rules we're going to use, hopefully, in our game. And I'm going to pan down to David's feet, which is a armies versus zombies.
It's a.
Oh, look at this guy. He's getting eaten. Oh my gosh. David, what have you done? Explain yourself, David.
So, I made this setup like it just started. So this is the army side. This is the festive side, and this is the zombie side.
Okay, so what was the second one? What was by the castle here?
Festive.
The best of side.
No, the best.
Say that one more time.
The festive side.
The festive side. Okay, so what are the army guys doing here, and what are the zombies? As you can see, the zombies. Was that green or yellow there?
It's green.
Yeah, that makes sense. They're zombies. So why are they set up the way they are?
The festive and the army are both trying to protect the castle from the zombies to get in it, because it has like a special things that the zombies want. But the army doesn't want the zombies to have.
Yeah, so this is a pretty traditional game type of environment where you might have something that you're protecting, and then with certain members of the army, and then also certain members of the opposing forces or the antagonist. And in games, basically, we have three things we're looking at. An offense, a defense, and the third one was?
It starts with a U.
Yeah, utility is what I usually call it. But something that's neither offense or defense, but does kind of give you an advantage. In this case, it would be speed. So if you look at this, when we originally played this game, right, Bud, way back?
Yeah.
And I'm zooming in. We played this actually in kind of a winding kind of thing, but you can see the army guys are either crouching or standing or crawling. So the crawling guys can't move that fast, so which kind of gives them a disadvantage. However, it actually gives them an advantage in terms of offense and defense. They're harder to hit and they can shoot a little bit better. So all three of those things go into it. And David, do you remember? Why don't you pick up one of those pieces? And we're going to show you this, and you'll see a 4 and a 3. And the 4 is, you remember what it was, David?
4 is offense.
And then
the 3
I'm gonna give
is
that
the
back
defense.
to you. So we just did it with 2 dice that both went to 6. So if you rolled over a 4 when you were shooting, that means that you would hit, or you had the ability to hit somebody. David had the same guy and hit, rolled a 5, so that means he's hitting. But then I rolled a 4. That means my defense was good enough to not get hit, or in other words, I was too hard to hit. This was, since it was an army battle, I think it was just one hit, one kill kind of thing. Once you hit somebody, you reduced it. And we had a much larger set, right?
Yeah.
Why did we have a larger set? And why don't we have a bigger set here, David?
Because you told me not to.
You told me not to. That's right, because we have to clean this up at some point
before my mom gets home.
That's right, before Mom gets home. So that's the most important thing. Well, we can bring some of these numbers in. We'll probably use a little bit more advanced, but random numbers are going to kind of generate our dice rolls. And then speed, we have to actually kind of figure out still. But the one nice thing is that what we can work with is kind of balancing. Do you know what balancing is, Dave? You want to tell them what balancing is?
Balancing?
Yeah, do you know what that means? No, not that type of balance. But balancing means that make sure one side is not better than the other, because these sides are not symmetric. I'm going to zoom in again. What the soldiers can do is different than what the zombies can do, and so you don't know if one side's going to be way overpowered in this case. We're not going to have to worry about a tremendous amount because we're not doing player versus player. We're going to do player versus environment, but at the same time we don't want the zombies to be too strong or too weak. We want to give a good challenge but not necessarily make it impossible to play. So this doing this out in the real world, we'll call it, what do you want to call it?
Yeah, I guess I can call it the real world.
Okay. David's fighting through a cold today, as if you haven't noticed. So he's soldiering through this. No pun intended. Yeah, so this kind of gives us an opportunity to play with those ideas as well as work with structures too, for that matter. All right. Anything else you want to say before we head out?
There's no fun without games.
We're back.
The virtual reality where there's no
scary.
time
Where there's no time
space.
or space.
We're just in toys and games. So
Why did
we're
we come
finally
back?
back. Oh my gosh, we're back. But I don't want to be